Hi there, my name is Sarah Kelly, and my reading strategy that I will be focusing on is questioning. I will be reading Will Be the Bumblebee. It's by Craig Smith and Maureen Thompson. This would be kind of a nonfiction, more fun read to secure my students' knowledge of bees and pollination and how that all works. And this is for a first grade level, and it's I would say science. Yeah, science. All right. So, hello, good morning, class. Remember yesterday when we learned about how plants grow? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you remember how those plants grow. Good. All right, do you remember what insect helps flowers grow? Think about it, Raise your hand if you remember. A bumblebee, you're right, Johnny. All right, now I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to talk with your elbow partner about how bees help plants grow. I'll give you a little bit of time and then we'll switch partners, okay? Put your finger on your nose and eyes on me when we're finished. Good, all right, that 1 minute is up. All I see fingers on noses and I see eyes on me, perfect. All right, yes, do you have an idea? Good. Bees fly to different flowers, picking up pollen that sticks to their legs and body. Once the pollen is on the flower, the bee flies away and the flower can cause this pollen to grow new seeds. This is called pollination. Good job. Today we are going to read a story about a bumblebee who had a little bit of trouble when he was out doing his job in the garden. To help us remember what we read, we are going to use a tool called questioning. All right, this story, some of it's not real, and you'll know, and I'm gonna ask you some things that make it real or not real, okay? Now this tool called questioning. How do you think this tool will work? Any ideas? Good. You'll ask questions, I'll ask you questions, and you'll answer them. Good job. All right, when should we use this tool? You're correct. We can use it anytime we read. Even if it's just a short little paragraph, we can think, what should we remember out of this? You're exactly right. We can ask ourselves questions anytime we read. How can this help us to be better readers? You're right. We can remember what we read, and because we have to answer questions about it, right? We think we remember more things if we know that our teacher is going to ask us, what the answer is when we're done, right? We have to think about the answers to the questions. If we read like we are going to have to answer questions, we will be able to remember more things in detail because we're going to be thinking about it a whole lot more, right? How will this tool help us in school? Good. We can do better on AR tests. You're exactly right. Because AR tests are basically just questions that we're asked and we have to answer them, right? Yes, we'll also be able to do better on our reading tests. Good job. I'll let you decide if you think it works. Let's be really, really great listeners so that we can decide if questioning is a tool that we should use again to help us remember what we read. All right, we are going to read Will Be the Bumblebee by Craig Smith and Maureen Thompson. Will Be the Bumblebee lives his life in your garden so happily. Up early in the morning till the evening hour, flying around from flower to flower. Now everybody knows, I suppose, without bees in your garden, nothing grows. I just read that without bees in my garden, nothing will grow. What does the author mean by that? Good. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that you think that if we don't have bees, they won't fly around, they won't get the pollen. You're exactly right. Ooh, I think they might talk about this in the next page. They take the pollen to where it's supposed to be. That's how nature works. Very good. So you were exactly right. So if they take the pollen to where it's supposed to be, what is this called? Do you remember that big long word that starts with a P? Good, pollination. So I read, they take the pollen to where it's supposed to be. You said pollination. You're exactly right. Way to make that connection. Now, Bumblebees, from the day they are born, wear a black and yellow jersey just to keep them warm. Oh, I just read that there was a jersey. I've worn a jersey when I was playing basketball. Have you ever worn a jersey when you were playing soccer or baseball? Is it the same kind of jersey? Do bumblebees wear jerseys? No. But in this instance, it's going to be like a shirt or an outfit, okay? And Wilby's was special. It was a perfect fit because Wilby's mother had knitted it. Thumbs up if you think that bees can knit, or thumbs down if you think, oh, I don't think bees can knit. Yep, if you have your thumbs down, you're exactly right. But like I said, some parts of this story aren't real, but some parts are. Way to pick that out. Wilby was out one sunny day. Unknown to him, his jersey had begun to fray, and his jersey caught where it was torn, right on the end of a rose's thorn. What do you think is going to happen? What's a thorn? Is it this little pokey thing right here? Yeah, you're exactly right, on a rose plant. If it gets caught, what do you think is going to happen to it? Will it unravel? I'm hearing you say it's going to unravel. You're exactly right. As Wilby flew away, he did not stop. His jersey unraveled from bottom to top, and when he realized this, he lost his hum. He was showing the whole garden his bare bum. Could he actually take off his outfit? No, probably not. Nope, he couldn't. Well, with no jersey and being late in the day, Wilby was so cold he couldn't fly away. What do you think he should do? Talk with your elbow partner about some predictions. Good. He was frightened and all alone. I want you to think about a time when you were frightened or you were all alone. And remember, frightened means scared. You're exactly right. All right, I want you to think about that in your head and think about how Wilby was feeling. All he wanted to do was get home. Ooh, what does this look like? This kind of looks like a butterfly wing to me. Now Monica the butterfly, she flew down. She told Wilby to wipe off his frown. She had seen what had happened and thought she knew what to do. She gathered all the wool up and off she flew. How do you think Monica will help Wilby? Maybe so. With the unraveled wool, she flew to Spider Steve. Why would you fly to Spider Steve? Because what can spiders make? What do they live in? You're exactly right, a web. So she flew to Spider Steve, so maybe he'll be able to fix it. And asked him for help because she knew he could weave. With a twist of his arm, she had him agree he would weave the wool they had and make a new jersey. Now Spider Steve, he finished so quickly. He used a pattern he found in Woman's Weekly. Does he read a magazine? No. Moni with a smile, she thanked him so, but Wilby needed help and now she had to go. She found Wilby where he was last. She said, quick, put this on really, really fast. With his new jersey on, he got back his hum. And all his bits were warmed up, even his bum. Wilby hugged Moni with a big thank you. He asked her to thank Spider Steve for him too. Why would he thank Spider Steve? Do you remember what Spider Steve did? You're exactly right. Spider Steve respun his whole new outfit, right? His whole new jersey. Good job. But now back to his house he had to go, for he knew his mom would worry because she loved him so. Now on a sunny day in your backyard, you might still see Wilby working hard, from flower to flower and carefree, wearing his new black and yellow jersey. Good job. All right. So do you think that our questioning strategy worked? Do you remember how Wilby the bumblebee felt? What was his problem? I guess first, what was his problem? You're right. All of his clothes fell off. You're right, because they got caught on a rose's what? A rose's thorn. Good job. So they all unraveled and then he had no clothes on. You're right. All right. Who came along to help him out? Do you remember? You're exactly right. I'm hearing you say the butterfly Monica. You're exactly right. Where did she take all of his wool? To what? To what other insect? Can you think? Spider Steve. You're exactly right. And what did Spider Steve do? He made a new jersey. You're exactly right. Okay, so do you think that Think Aloud questioning, do you think that that helped you? Thumbs up or thumbs down? This is totally up to you. Or do you think it maybe didn't? All right, I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. You're exactly right. When we think about what we're reading and we ask ourselves questions, we are more prepared when our teacher or other classmates ask us questions about what we read. So I would have students practice this strategy by using it if they have a partner for partner reading in their center time, or when they're rereading their story of the week. In addition to full group, I would obviously use it in full group, but for a little bit more formal way, I would use it, or more frequent way, I would use it in a smaller group setting, especially right now in first grade when some of them are a little bit more advanced and some of them aren't great with reading quite yet. So I think it'd be a nice way to kind of have them help each other out and do that social aspect. So I would maybe have two different worksheets, that like an A worksheet and a B worksheet, that would have questions that they needed to ask their partner to complete. So I would say, why was Will be frightened? Because he lost all his clothes, right? And so that's what they would fill in. For my struggling readers, I could alter their questions, and so that would be kind of a perk to doing the A and B worksheet. One could be harder, one could be, so I would assign a student to a worksheet. Otherwise, I could have their names on them. And so for my EL learners, I could make sure that there were some definitions of some hard words like thorn, jersey available on the page for their partner to answer, or just the definition right there, or a picture of it maybe. And then the names could already be on the worksheets for that day. Therefore, there would be some students who needed differentiated worksheets. Their questions could be a little less higher level thinking. Maybe what colors were Wilby's jersey? Red and black, or red, white, yellow and black, instead of how do you think Wilby felt? Their recording sheets could be fill in the blank answers instead of whole sentences for my readers who aren't quite as fluent writing out their thoughts. And then I would also have my students apply this strategy by modeling this to them over and over before I kind of let them loose on it, and maybe in our reading class. And then I would require them to ask a question about the text, maybe as an exit ticket on their way to wash their hands for lunch. So ask me a question about this, and I would say, and they could say, why was Wilby frightened? Or how did Monica help him? And just that practice of them asking the questions because they know the answers. So, thank you.